A war cry for peace. Ever heard of a fella named Jim Crow? Let me tell you a little story, one that echoes louder today than ever before. Picture this. A plantation, long ago, having a whole mess of trouble with its slaves. They weren't just going along to get along anymore. So the master, in his supposed wisdom, hires this one guy. This guy's job: to sell a lie. To convince the slaves that their chains were actually symbols of freedom, that their back-breaking labor was a paid gig, that their servitude was a noble cause. He made them believe they were free, getting paid, and had a real purpose, all as long as they just followed the master's rules. They were told their suffering was for a greater good, a greater plan, and that their obedience would be rewarded. This guy, he was a master manipulator, weaving a tale so convincing that people started policing each other, enforcing the very rules that kept them down. Now, you might think that's just a dark chapter from a history book, something we left behind. But I'm here to tell you that process never died. It never went away. It just got a new name, a new face, a fresh coat of paint. It just got rewrote. The playbook is the same, just updated for the modern world. This is a deliberate, calculated downfall, and it's a cycle that needs to be stopped. Right here, right now. We are being sold the same old lie, packaged in a shiny new box, and too many of us are buying it. They have us pointing fingers at each other, arguing over scraps, while the real masters continue to pull the strings from behind the curtain, getting richer and more powerful off our division and our distraction. The real thing, the part they don't want you to see, is what's happening at the border. It's not about compassion, it's about replacement. They are having illegals come in not by accident but by design, and they are being set up as our replacements. Now ask yourself, why? Why would they do this? It's not just about a simple labor dispute. Look at what's happening. They're giving them everything, protecting them, while the lower and middle class Americans, the backbone of this nation, are getting absolutely destroyed. We're losing our jobs, our communities, our sense of security, and the very ground beneath our feet feels like it's crumbling. This is being deliberately overlooked. The news won't talk about it. The politicians will deny it. But you can see it with your own eyes if you're willing to look. And don't get me wrong, this isn't about blaming the people crossing the border. There are some illegals who were genuinely promised a chance, a real shot at citizenship. They were told if they just worked hard, busted their behinds for years, they'd earn their place. But they were lied to, just like we are. These slimy, greedy puppeteers are just using them as pawns in a much bigger game. They are using us, all of us, every single one. They pit us against each other, the citizen against the immigrant, the worker against the newcomer, creating chaos and confusion. And now they are trying to cover it all up by overflowing the system, creating a crisis so big that it justifies their ultimate solution. What is that solution? It's a mass ID control, a digital leash on every single one of us. They'll say it's for security, for order, to manage the chaos they themselves created. They are deliberately stirring up your emotions, getting you angry and scared, so you cannot see it coming. They want you so caught up in the fight they've engineered that you'll welcome the very system designed to control you completely. They want you to beg for the cage, thinking it's a fortress. Can you see past the smoke and mirrors? Can you see the strings before they're wrapped around your neck? It's time to wake up and see the playbook for what it is, a war cry for peace.